Okay, I'll quickly introduce
So
Joey
cute.
and then hand it over to him. I'm pulling up my notes that I had open. I'm sorry. Overall, I can just say I'm like in just so impressed with Joey. He is the first undergrad or grad, like first student to ask for a Zoom opening. And I hope that this inspires future Zoom openings because I think it's just so exciting and uplifting, and it's something that we all need right now. Um, okay, so Joey Rose is a 23-year-old Mexican American artist stationed in the San Francisco Bay Area. He has curated a collection of pieces that not only aims to immortalize his own narrative and familiar histories, but in hopes of healing others through unpacking broader conversations on trauma, grief, self-worth, compassion, vulnerability, and healing. Welcome to his exhibition, Rozebalm. On a personal note, I'd like to say what a pleasure it has been to work with Joey. His enthusiasm is contagious. Look out for this guy. I truly can't wait to see his practice flourish and see how he shapes his career and all of his artistic pursuits. Congrats, and I'll hand it over to Joey.
That was so sweet. Oh my God. Thank you, Natasha. Okay, here we go. But before I begin, I wanted to use this platform and the privilege that comes with this reception. I like to give this space as an act, as a total unit to continue the dismantling of white supremacy and to continuously condemn anyone of any form of violence towards marginalized groups, to hold these systemic institutions accountable, to check up on your friends, stay present on these important conversations, and to be involved. My grievances towards the families affected by white terrorism as of March 16th. I'm to attach now a few links in aid of the victims affected by the attack, and in any way, shape, or form to help provide comfort and support for the Asian American community. So, oh my God, there's so many people here. Hold on. Let me get my links, y'all. And oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here are my links. Please support, donate what you can, share. Okay, so here we go. Thank you for attending my exhibition. Let me get my notes really quick because I don't want to sound like crazy. So yeah, welcome to Rozebalm. This is my first solo exhibition. I am incredibly humbled by the experience, the hard work that Natasha has, curated, along with the privileges of the Martin Wong Gallery and the assistance of SFSU. I saw the opportunity and I was like, you know what? At first I was bummed that, nobody can, I'm like ranting right now, sorry. I'm like really nervous. Could see them in person, but I think this honestly has worked better, just being so accessible. And yeah, Rozebalm in itself, the breakdown of it is I came up with the name when I was in this really tough relationship that a lot of you have known and gone with me through. Rose is a love token. Rose quartz, the Z in Rozebalm comes from rose quartz, which is like a pink healing stone, balm, a restorative ointment. So Rozebalm became this like vehicle of healing for myself from a very mentally and emotionally and physically exhausting time of my life. 3 whole years. I was crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna share my screen now. Okay, start broadcast. All right, and we're gonna look at some works. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. What do you guys see? You guys see my screen?
We see Lady Gaga okay, now we see it.
Yay! Okay, yes. Yes, everyone. Welcome to Rozebalm. So this is like the title image. And I'm trying to skim through these because I don't want to give in-depth conversations on the pieces until the end because I don't want to create informed bias. So I'm just going to look at my notes, glance at them occasionally. And yeah, okay. So piece one, the catalyst to Rozebalm. I made this, I believe, I think when I was a junior. I just became a junior at my community college. This was in 2017. And it was a sculptural piece involving this very emotional response to the Black Lives Matter movement, and a response to the murder of Philando Castillo. Oh. To also provide this sort of transcendence of Black women's innovation and their contributions to history, culture, and pioneering in all facets of not only American culture, but all around the world. It was also inspired by Solange's Don't Touch My Hair. So yeah, we have all these embellishments of roses, and this is some urn that I got from a secondhand store, and there's rose quartz dangling from string. But this, it was torn between this piece and this one, but I really think that the elements of my work started based in this piece's conception. Okay, and so we have my first, I guess, painting piece of a self-portrait. So I'm just going to read really fast what I jotted down. So tumultuous, mentally, physically exhausting time in my life. I was staring back at myself while stuck in an abusive relationship, collecting myself within the union, while also conceptualizing this idealized version of myself that I, in some ways, lost. So there's a little red door as some sort of symbology towards like escape, but collecting my flowers on the way and to, I don't know, be released somehow. On the bottom right, you'll know later on, but I do sell rose enamel pins, and the bottom right, cherub or putti and like this decaying rose acted as a lot of the inspiration towards, and some of y'all have them, which I am so appreciative about and humble, and it's crazy. This piece is a smaller one of mine. This is Ruby Tears Accompany a Taurus Heart. And back to like the floral collection, collecting these flowers as I grew slowly. I had this regret I held over myself of jumping into a relationship that had been premature. And then that unraveled some sort of dependence. So from one very toxic relationship, I mean, I was like, I don't know, 2018, I was 18, no, 20, 19, I don't know. I'm not old, but what else? Breaking that dependence and readying my body for the mental gymnastics that comes after infidelity. So this person enacted infidelity, and it messed with me a lot. But for some reason I stayed. I kept pulsing over the fact that I'm going to, things will get better, change will be enacted, everything will be fine. But I mean, obviously I'm not with the person I want, so it did not end up being fine. So this piece was made in 2018. This is called Rose Boned Anadumene. I remember I picked up on the word anadumene during an art history course during this time. And I like researched it, and I became very attached to the idea of this extension the extension of the version of myself that I lost in the relationship, and then synonymous to the divine, the Nusian iconography, in ways, yeah, to navigate my body. That's why my body is like this fleshy red color. Still looking back at myself, but it's where I'm having this conversation with a stranger. I don't recognize myself. I've beaten myself down so hard, and reflective, regaining my confidence and agency. But my skin was unreliable. I kept dodging this, confronting this, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, no, that's disgusting. Escapism. And residing in the comfort of my friends and family. So there's this maternal swan-like figure in the back, this mirrored, reflecting this masked individual. Is it me? Is it not? In likeness to the Venus of the Botticelli piece that acted as a lot of inspiration to my pieces. Okay, so next one. Okay, this one's crazy. Okay, so this is Ascendance in Grandiflora manifestation. Grandiflora is a breed of rose that extends really long and stretches very high. So this is a quick little thing I had. This was also made in 2018, and in this relationship, I had left a physical altercation the evening of an event with this person. And I walked about 8 miles from this very beautiful hotel. I walked 8 miles because of the act. My Lyft or Uber at the time was taking too long to come pick me up. So I was getting impatient. That person went to go hang out with other individuals, and I was left alone in this like very, very strange place. And so I packed up all my things, and I walked to this Airbnb we were staying at the time. And I just wept. I wept the entire night. I mean, I was watching some YouTube, but then I got really in my feels, and then I like started bawling till I fell asleep. And then I had this dream, and then I saw this image, and the rest of the night, because that person stayed at the hotel, I just kept painting and working, and I wanted this. This acted as like some sort of catharsis. Oh, sorry. Being such a sad, intense moment, I wanted to escape into surrealism as some sort of ballad of transformation, something that is transformative and grounded me in some way. But yeah, very sad night. And that this also, the completion of this piece acted as reassurance that okay, you've desensitized yourself in this relationship already for like 2 years now. So it's okay to let go, and everything will be fine. And it was for a moment. Okay, this after the breakup, right? Okay, I still don't know who I am. I know my gender expression and my sexuality, but I also feel like I have all these bruises, not physically, but well, yeah, but mentally, this scarification that has to be, healed over time. Like I had to like start up this relationship again with myself. So this is like a celebration of nourishment, coming into oneself. Oh, I'm sorry. The piece is named Idol Worship. It's a 9x12, and this was also made in 2018. I think in September of 2018. The relationship ended in August, so it was still very fresh. I remember I was so proud of that that post. I was like, wow, I did that post justice. Oh, and Gaga's face too. That's Lady Gaga. I talk about also the relationship of powerful women in pop culture, in popular culture and their presence within the LGBTQI plus community. And this was honestly one of my proudest pieces. And yeah, that's idol worship. This is embellished time of creation. I'll read what I wrote really fast. Oh my gosh, I thought someone was coming in, which is fine. They can just sit in here. Coloring in different narratives, I felt important to put to bed, purging out pain through elevation, whimsy spaces, world building, sustaining this baggage from a failed relationship too long. I kept dancing around these strong visions of the feminine, presenting maternal allegorical figures as some sort of outward shield of protection, the processes in healing. So yeah, this has like this, the thing with these pieces is it takes, I haven't unpacked them in so long. Like I'll like put them away in a portfolio, and then when it comes to say an opportunity like this, their narratives change. So yeah, this curtain, theatricality, but also it's open, so it's like revealing some sort of light or trajectory within my love expression that I can hopefully fulfill one day, being that this was only like a month or two later after idol worship. This clam shell locket that's hoarding these precious things, pearls coming out of this deity's forehead, almost like yeah, grounding in self-love. So in this elongated swan scarf. Yeah, so that is embellished time of creation. Okay, and then the next piece. I hope I'm not going on the tangent for too long because I want to make sure. Okay, it's only 6:21. Okay. Okay. So this is okay. That means I'm talking fast. So that means it'll go by fast. Okay. So this is self-portrait as Virgo's lover. This was done in, I believe, early 2019. So jumping from embellished time of creation, this is watercolor and ink on cotton paper. And this was like a self-reflection. I was finally coming into terms with facing myself, facing the different facets of myself, the different, it's not the cycle of grief, which I tried to, like, because reworking and looking at this image, I thought there are some elements of that like thing, but yeah, left down to the right, crying roses, so dramatic, crying roses because of like this like naive honeymoon phase of the relationship. I can't like stop thinking of the person. And then infidelity one strikes. So there's this like Venus bust, but it's exposing flesh that's broken. Then bottom is this disconnect from reality, this pain. Then to the right, resentment, crying a whole beep blade. And then to the far right, this reoccurring maternal allegorical figure, a child, this iridescent clam shell, leaning towards acceptance. And then there's a sad swan in the bottom. Also during this time, I was really caking on watercolor pigment. Watercolor, I'll talk about it later. I go through this whole phase of, yeah, I'll talk about it later. So yeah, this piece really, projected me further. It was a good piece to like ground myself in. It was inspired also by Frida Kahlo's work and the imagery in her pieces where she puts her lovers or her reoccurring lovers, ex-lovers on her forehead. So there they are. Moving on. Aaron Rose Phillip, yes. And so this piece was was done for an assignment in my watercoloring course, and there I go again with the caking of the watercolor, not letting it really, just constricting it a lot. But this is a piece homage to Erin. It was an immortalization of Erin Rose, and we've been following each other for a while, and I was just so enamored by her. So it was this preservation, an active preservation of her legacy and talent, impact and transcendence within queer spaces and the modeling agency, and continuously doing so, in a celebration of her divine. There's the Venus again with the decapitated swan head, and these cherubs around this halo of stained glass. Yeah, I really love this work. Okay, Rosalis Metamorphosis, introspective of a Venus's gaze. Say that 20,000 times fast. Am I right? Sorry. This was made in 2019. This piece took forever. This painting took so long. The piece in itself is my battle with body dysmorphia, and also Eurocentrism. A lot of my high school friends can possibly vouch for this. We went to a majority white high school in a very privileged area, and there was a lot of microaggressions, and privilege was thrown around like a hacky sack, and a lot of internalized racism. But being of the majority, like I in particular was highly insecure in high school, and I was also very sad of how my face was presented to the world. The bridge of my nose, I was always so brown. It's all these, it's this unlearning in these spaces. So I mean, I have younger brothers now that are entering these spaces. So, you know, reassuring that they're beautiful the way they are. So they don't have to, they will face it, but they will not be impacted as much, or I refuse to have that impact them as much when they're going through bodily changes, hormones, all that. So yeah, so it's my hand reaching out of a rose that's red. It looks like a lemon, low key, not gonna lie, but it's a heart again. These like parasitic orb-like things coming out of Venus's face to symbolize some sort of this beauty standard that can't be achievable or something. And then I really love the middle right image. It was inspired, I forget the name of it, but it was inspired by this. Y'all know it. It's this tapestry with this unicorn with like a really embellished collar. And I think there's like this circle of like sticks, or it's like this fencing and it's trapped in. And so it's like this another reveal of these curtains, escapism, this idealized version of myself. Girl, I was going through it. Idealized version of myself as this unicorn. And yeah, this piece took a long time. Oh, I forgot to talk about it. I rediscovered it about 2 months later, hung it on my wall by the door, and forced upon this anxiety to engage with it again. So I really did not like this piece for a long time, and I looked back on it for a while, like I like the black and white bits were finished. Everything in color was approached later on, and then I didn't know really what to do with the hair, and I was going on this like walk by myself, and then I was like, what if I did that? And then there we go. There's little me again. Oh God. Okay. This is Portrait of Christopher. This is watercolor on ink. This was done in 2020. So right before, around March 25th. So right before I think lockdown happened. So this was for an assignment, my first assignment in my class with my professor, Lisa Solomon. And it was this large art block leading up to this portrait from the Venus's Gaze piece. That was done in September. And I hadn't done anything really in regards to Rozebalm up to this piece. So I felt really inspired by this person being in my life. It was a gift for their birthday, just a ton of intimate symbology, very much this sort of visual love language, a set of emeralds to, be synonymous to union, rose fabric, pearl strings, a lot of navigation, a lot of self-love. So yeah, flora and fauna coming out of like this, not to be this slit out of the neck, just being that they were so full of like empathy and rose quartz, again, symbology towards that vitreous pink healing stone, and ornate gold ringlet around the neck. Okay, here we go again. This piece was also done in 2020. This is called Shaving Charmeuse and Exposing Bone. So I'll just read what I wrote. This detachment, my identity grounded in our identity. This is also about the individual from in the previous post. Inconsolable heartbreak out on display. Loads of symbology, pendant, swan head, bleeding hearts, burning house, things that like I related to the person. I wrote so dramatic, but it is dramatic. Also this transitional phase in my artwork. This is where I was going to bring up earlier, from the security of ink to solely just watercolor, possibly as some like mechanism of control. This is one of my absolute favorite pieces in my whole portfolio. I started off with the sketch, and then the pendant came in mind because I wanted to cover the space. And so I wanted this like atmospheric, parasitic sort of backwash of color to emulate some sort of disruption to the almost like the exquisite corpse type of figure in the foreground. Oh, Sean, sorry. So cute. There's that swan head again, but it's in this, it's presented in this decapitation, burning house. And yeah, yes, let's move on before I go crazy. Not crazy, but like emotional. So this is jeweled virtues. I contract in chambers. Chambers came from the idea of this nostalgia. Also, me being present in my room as a chamber, then also residing in my family in Sacramento as a chamber. So huge different levels of nostalgia. These spaces were places that in the corners of the piece were places where I went with this individual. Oh my gosh, my cursor keeps falling off. And so I am this organism, this, not monster, I wouldn't attach that, but like this, it's this stranger, it's like this imposter syndrome type of effect again, that I had in the pieces prior of not recognizing myself. So residing in familial love, bargaining with loneliness, constant feeling, of pressure for months, sometimes a burning sensation. Your body goes through all these levels of mental and physical pain from heartbreak, and it's natural, but it does physically affect you. So I would like stand in the mirror and like see myself, and I'm either a little heavier now, so then I had these like very sporadic eating habits. I mean, my friends know I eat a lot. I eat a lot. Taurus gang. No, I'm just kidding. I eat a lot, but I was eating a lot, and so I think that stems from like childhood trauma, and growing up in not the most privileged of spaces. Eating fast food, so I find comfort in that. So I found comfort in fast food, eating so much, and then my just issues with my body, that it was this sort of like my body was screaming. I was really, it was very self-deprecating, but I was in ways doing it unconsciously, highly nostalgic. Sorry, and that nights were the worst, being up for hours, watching my ceiling warp in and out of itself. So I had very lack of sleep and very drained. And there's that door again, hopefully reopening with different ornamentations, roses, or this floral arrangement spilling out, showing this, sorry, okay. Moving on anyway. Rozebalm 14. This, oh, wrong one. Sorry. Okay, Rozebalm 14. So there's that allegorical figure presented in that door again. And here they are presented. And this piece is Men's Divine in guise of rose-stained cathedrals, 2020, 12 by 16. So it was a pretty big piece. I would love to go bigger. I mean, a lot of people in my past told me like they want these huge, and I got a projector, I got, you know, to make sure everything's, and I got huge paper this time. So who knows after this exhibition what Rozebalm 20 would be or will be. The description, lack of commitment, desperation. There's a lot of desperation and rapid change on my part. Leaning towards acceptance, but not really, ultimatums. I was also hiking every day. So there's that self-deprecating type of thing. Like not, I mean, I hike a lot, but hiking a lot. I feel like I've been saying a lot. I wanted to exhaust myself and test the limits. But sometimes I would catch myself not even realizing what I was doing, to have a feeling of control, distracting myself, being I was afraid to face the answer I've known for a while. The answer of, okay, the union is, you know, not breaking, but it needs to be mended separately. And so whether that be this, that, or the other, so there's these vases of different journeys pertaining to me. So that bottom left corner is my in likeness of me when I had long hair. That was a moment. Burning hearts again. The bleeding hearts in the bottom right corner. This pink aura around La Virgen. That rose curtain kitschy fabric that I really am attached to, in some ways attaching it to this person. The desperation of a swan grasping, and then this cherub looking almost tenderly towards the figure as some sort of visual of hope, the growth of this long stem grandiflora rose, coming from these flowers that have been dried or decayed. And yeah, there is Rozebalm 14, Men's Divine. Okay, and this was the first 2021 piece. Hold on, let me like fix them also. Oh. Okay, Rozebalm 15. All Taurus hearts are encased in rose quartz shells. I really like the pink. I love pink, y'all. Did y'all know? Rose quartz, earth stone. There's a huge majority of it in the earth's crust, and I know that because of this geology course I took in community college. And then yeah, it's this healing symbolic token that I wanted to then affiliate with the heart in its form. These I don't know, these hands coming from this unknown place. You can barely see it, but not really. There's me, a portrait of myself in this flush of roses, the blood of the heart spilling before me, these pearl tears down my like cheeks, and yeah, that it's a piece of protection for myself. Excuse me. active anchoring meditation. So, oh God, looking for right now. This is the title.
Hey, Joey, sorry, are you talking? Because I don't think we can hear you. Can anyone else hear Joey? Okay. I'm gonna try calling him. No. Zoom errors all the time. Thank you for your patience. This is a constant struggle in like all of my classes, at least. He's coming back. He had like internet connection and issue, and he's coming back. Thank you all for your patience. I thought he was looking for the title, and I was giving him like a couple minutes. I was confused. I'm sorry. I should have said something earlier.
Hi, everyone. Okay, can you hear me? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. I turned my music off. F Google Home. Okay, I shouldn't say her name because then she's going to turn it back on.
I just made you co-host again.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, my anxiety. I was like low-key sweating, not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Share my screen. Okay, wait.
I've definitely been there. Like when I taught last semester.
You know, yeah, these things happen. It's okay. Okay.
Was here. He could attest to it.
Okay, okay. Where did I leave off by chance? Can someone like tell me where I left off or something? Like, was it just the beginning of that last painting?
You started the piece with the.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank God. I thought at first it was like, I'm an anxious person. I thought it was the whole entire thing. Sorry. Okay. Let me go back really fast.
No, you're good.
Okay. Can you see what I'm showing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it was this piece.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Kristen.
Got
So, like,
you.
you saw me in like every presentation or class. Yes, because no one. I'm dead. Okay. Okay. So I guess we are at the beginning of this piece. Exciting. I'll do a quick summary of it then really fast. When approaching this painting, wanted some. It was titled. Oh shoot! I forgot. I need to say the title as well because my thing went on mute. Oh yes. Okay. 2021 painting, looking for right now. Curtains exposing this these pearl strings falling out of the subject. The painting in itself, I painted it in full, and then I just covered it in this like very consuming, not parasitic, but like all consuming force that that applied yet again that feeling of pressure, because me being human, I mean, you encounter things that you don't want to encounter, whether you project them and manifest them and they materialize, and it's just in the anxieties and the stress of being human, and it's what I get because you know, you fish and you catch something and whatever. I cried on this piece. Upper right corner, there's like this, like, I was really upset. Not like, well, I was upset making it, but I was also upset that that this tear, this oily tear from, I don't know, my rosehip oil or the fucking, or sorry, excuse me, the freaking oil on my eyelashes, and it would not go away. But now I think it provides this like other layer of sadness, if you will. Okay, so that is looking for right now. So this piece was very interesting because I called my grandmother. I'm going to do this project with my grandmother because I want to immortalize her narrative too, as a Mexican American immigrant. I come from an immigrant family, and I called her and I showed her this piece. I only had done the skin and I think the clouds, and I was like, "What do you think about this piece? Like, La Virgen, like, oh, you love her." The first thing is, which is like, I'm not like dogging my grandmother. I'm gonna see her like literally next week, but she was like, why does she look dirty? And I was like taken aback for a second, but not offended. But I understood the assimilation of the presentation of La Virgen, this very fair, Eurocentric, idealized figure, all her life only seeing in spaces of religion, only seeing her iconography, you know, plastered everywhere. So that's going to inspire these paintings that I'm going to do with her that I'll keep everyone posted about. But I wrote for this piece called Baptismo, which is baptism in Spanish. It's acrylic with on a repurposed bust. Synonymous to the discrimination of the Catholic Church, historically directed towards members of the LGBTQIA+ community, as an act. It's so hot in my room. I'm sorry. As an act of healing and reparation. I wanted to act like this as this process of reclamation, repurposing the Virgin Mary's bust, decorating and likeness to women in my life, negating attachment to Eurocentrism, and focusing on reimagining the iconography that could act as a vehicle, of accountability that I've talked about earlier, and representation. So in the future, I'm planning on like making so many of these. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. They're gonna be part of Rozebalm, of course, but I just imagine like a whole bookshelf of just these, and I can't wait. Like maybe like hide them in spaces and have people encounter them. I don't know. La Virgens, form 1, 2, and 3. It goes. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but 1, 2, and 3, just in the order. I made them. So these are like some mantra sort of pieces, centering me, grounding me from this breakup that I'm like groveling on my hands and knees over. Like people, my friends will attest to the stuff that I'll get back to it in the last piece. So from right to left, I wrote, as gold roses unravel, I reside in my cocoon to cleanse away doubt and center our exquisite corpse. And then for the second one, the middle, rose water, as synonymous to catharsis as beads roll down my hands, chest, and waist, baptizing me as I lay down, staring up at my ceiling. Oh, I also hope we're recording this, but it's okay if we're not. I don't know why that just stuck in my head, it's hard. My anxiety, me being neurotic. And then the last one, a fairy cathedral is in sight as its rose windows rotate counterclockwise. So yeah, La Virgen's, being Mexican isn't monolithic. It's a product of colonialism, enslavement of people by the Spanish Inquisition, all coming together in this mosh pit of, or almost like this mosh pit of different cultural backgrounds. So I wanted to repurpose La Virgen's iconography in likeness to the individuals that had been either enslaved or on like the mission system, like the mission system, for example, like how indigenous people of California and well, what is now Mexico, but it used to be of the United States, were forced to do forced labor, rape, mass genocide by Europeans. So that like creolization, I learned that word last semester. Yes, art history, and like this, like eugenics and class systems, and so cool, so fun. I would love to continuously do these in the future. They also remind me like video game characters, like Steven Universe, Okay, this is the last piece of the exhibition. Okay. So I'll read the description because I think that's the best way I can like put this piece. Let me see where I put it actually. Compersion, that's what it's called. Throw me those eyes. This is the title of the piece. 9 by 12. Throw me those eyes of topaz to balm over refractive errors. This is the description. Being that I still care much for this person, I wanted some sort of vehicle to preserve the version of him or them that I loved and have known to be, and to not allow these anxieties, insecurities, grief and trauma, I'm like sweating, from the breakup to alter that vision. Sorry. I've indulged too much in mentally breaking him down. Oh, there goes the garage. Breaking him down. When in reality, sometimes situations grow too large for both individuals and a gig to handle. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, we're back. And that's okay. It's okay to accept the truth, that truth. It's okay to mourn love, but to not reside in its practice, meaning don't dwell in it too long. And then I was researching like different pockets of love language and ways people process trauma and grief from these types of situations. And I counted this word of compersion, which is like this feeling that you learn in some way of the happiness, the utter joy of seeing someone you cared or are caring about at the moment so much. The immense passion and happiness that person is going through fills you with so much joy. So I wanted to rework that narrative somewhat in this piece in itself and reclaim this person I was constructing my brain to be. And with a bit of nostalgia, again, recentering myself. So I don't know, so from like this fabric in the middle, for example, I imagined it embellishing the subject through the the heart, if you will, pores, and then the eyes of this person. Pink house, if you go all the way back, on the bottom left, burning house. It's not burning anymore. It's actually, so yeah, very fun, very fluid, I think. Oh, yes, there's a video of this process. And I did like the spoken word thing that is sort of like cheesy, but like I like putting them, down, whatever, artist. Okay, I hope it's not on mute. Okay. I'm gonna play it. Well, people will just let me know if they can't hear it, so.
Someone you once adored. How the brain alters their presentation, bones, and leaves behind a stranger in an unfamiliar shell. Ferreting out thoughts and falsities and justifications, exhausting yourself for an answer you already know, magnifying every single anxiety, insecurity. You desperately try to center yourself from the whispering, filling the lining of this person with semi-precious stones. Rumors sifted through your tympanic membrane, triggering augmented reality, a mirage of the unfinished painting that resides on both your shoulders. Looking back at yourself, then to the reflection, then back to yourself, all while pressing your left palm into your lower back, over and over. Throw me those eyes of topaz to balm over refractive errors. Rozebalm, 19.
Okay. I hope y'all could, I think y'all could have heard that. Y'all would have let me know if you could hear it. And so I'm gonna plug myself now, real quick. I have a little shop, we sold my first pen, sold out. Whoever has them, those will probably be the last ones forever. And yeah, I make these these little vehicles of love. Sorry, I'm putting down my shirt. Little vehicles of love, and give to your lover, your lovers, who knows, your loved ones. This is Vidriera Rosa, which is like stained glass. I had 4, but now I only got 3. And Ángel del Cielo, cumulus or cloud, and moon. I wanted these compliments, not as lovers, but compliments within this world building that I'm making. So if one is, they want one, they're still up for sale, all the proceeds will come back to me so I can create a 5th, 6th, 7th, Here are my Instagram handles, or my social media handles. So Joey Rose Art for Instagram, Joey Rose Shop for Etsy, Joey Rose Art for Twitter. Someone took Joey Rose Art on TikTok, so I was like, now I gotta do Joseph, so there's that one. Here are all the pieces. Ooh, excited. I can't believe I'm almost done. Oh my God, this probably sounds crazy. And then Rozebalm. Thank you, everyone. I'm so humbled at the experience, very elated. I'm happy I didn't cry that much, but I mean, I cried, but like, yeah, let me go back to the little thing. Stop sharing. And yeah, it's done. Yay.
I have a pin right here. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, you talk.
So you can see it. It's shiny. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Quite large. I like the size of it. This is the only one I have, but I hope to get more.
Oh, thank you, Allison. I think they're so fun because they act like they also remind me of like gym badges from Pokemon. So like I imagine myself as like this like grass psychic type gym leader, and like that those I gravitate toward that, and the fairy types. Yes. But yeah, those are so fun.
Putting it on my sweater right as we speak. There we go. I feel fancy with the brooch. It's like classy,
Thank you. I'm like sweating. This is making me so hot.
Oh yeah. Also really cute. This was the first piece of mail I got at our new apartment in New York, and it was a very special surprise to arrive to bless our new home. So we appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael and Ben. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how many people are on here. Do I have to like scroll? Okay. Oh my God, there's so many people.
Can I take a screenshot of everyone?
Yes.
If you don't want to be screenshot, you can turn your video off. Okay.
Yes, I'm excited.
I actually wanted to Hey, okay, wait, let me try. I'm gonna do another one
Yeah. Let me take my glasses off because I look like a dork.
with
Sorry.
more, little bit Joey being bigger. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put them on because I can't see.
If we're showing off all of our Joey Rose pins, I went from having a pretty boring bag to having a really pretty bag. So thanks, Joey.
Oh, of course, no, Andre. Thanks for supporting me. Does anyone have questions? Does anyone want to discuss about anything? I know we're all. Oh, thank you, Ali. Thank you, Professor. Oh, goodness.
I just want to share. I remember when you in our drawing class with Lisa. I remember when you shared that one piece. I very vividly remember that critique day.
I cried during that day too. We all remember me crying. I'm always crying. So stupid.
Lisa Solomon sent me an email and like she said she already told you this, but that she was here in spirit and she sends you her love.
Yeah, no, yeah. I she's so sweet.
She was driving, so she couldn't.
Yeah, she had an event, but we had it recorded. So yeah, she can indulge in that later tonight if she wants to. Does anyone have questions?
I have a question actually.
Yes, Allison.
Hi. So in a lot of your backgrounds, when it comes to the landscaping, I noticed there was a lot of similarities with there's like water and then like a mountain. And I don't know if there's any symbolism behind that, if there was a reason behind it.
I mean, I can show y'all right now. Like this is the main, oh my God. Actually, my room is a mess because I had to like reorganize it all. Okay, hold on. How do I flip it? Like, there you go. Like that in itself, like the Botticelli painting, one of my favorite paintings all throughout, I don't know, like when I went to like Michael's and there was like these sticker books when I was a child and I get like these unicorn sticker books and like art books like that. But I don't know why. I'm just so enamored by that the feminine energy presented and yeah, and similarities to like that landscape. So little inside jokes with myself. But yes, anything else? Oh my gosh, it's really warm.
I have a question.
Yes, Mari. Hi, Mari.
Okay. When you imagine a painting, is it like already? I don't know how to explain this, but does it come together 2D, 3D? Like, does it?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Like when usually what comes first, like the background, the setting?
Well, sometimes they come from dreams, or like this large symbolic message that I sometimes sit on the pieces themselves in like parts. So I'll like say go on a walk and be thinking of just like little notes in my head, like things that can like be like an animal or say the hearts, for example. And then sometimes I'll have a dream that like concretes it and like glues it all together. I sketch them down really quickly on like my iPad or on like a piece of paper. I work at Jamba Juice. I'm a manager at Jamba Juice. So like we have a lot of notepads there. And so if I'm like, I have to be on register, which I hate. I'll do like quick sketches on notepads and try to like figure out little forms. And then this strap keeps coming down. And yeah, so yeah. Oh, I think Mari left. It's okay. That's your question, Mari. Yes, that is how I do it. I think she did on accident. Ooh, or maybe her phone.
I have a question too.
Yes, Emma.
Can you talk a little bit? I just wanted to say, like, right now I'm taking a sculpture and a painting class, so I just wanted to ask you about like the process for you and the differences when you are working in sculpture versus painting, because it's been really interesting, like, to experiment with.
Yeah, I think when I first was approaching, you know, watercolor, I was very much like, oh, like I should only do watercolor, and you know, if I like go into different mediums, that'll, you know, distract me, and I need to what is that called? 1,000 something rule of working in the medium. 1,000 hours, yeah. And so I took this class with my former professor Hopi, who like, you know, also like huge catalyst in like me going into education. And it was such an her assignments were so open-ended where I really just, you know, I was like, you know what, F it, like this is so fun. just the compassion she put into her like ideas and her assignments. Like and then excuse me, that's a lot of water in my system. And so from those like components, like structurally, foundationally, translated later on to my paintings, like for example, like these constructs of like my pieces during that time, very linear. I ended up loosening it up, not just only because of the events, but I also wanted to like try myself at doing that and really pushing myself to have control, and it's the painting's journeys or identity. So, but yeah, it adds more than it takes away, which I ended up like knowing, and so different things. I don't know if that makes sense.
Joey, congratulations. Love you so much. Bye.
Yeah. I'll see you next week.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Any more questions? I know it's not that late, but I know we're over like 4 minutes.
If you have time for one more question, I have one.
Of course, I can talk about myself all the time. I'm just kidding.
Okay, fantastic.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Joey, it's Ben. I was curious, you have such strong iconography in your work with the rose, the La Virgen, the clouds, so many different pieces to your work. Did you find that those found you, or was there a process of kind of like adding these icons into the work that you create?
I love this question. I already have an answer for it. My grandmother's home, my mother, that familial love, that support system, grounds me. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry. Grounds me. You know, grandmother's homes having all these like really religious little nuggets all over on the walls. She has all these statuettes similar to mine. My grandfather hoards all these little pendants and little trinkets, you know, surrounded within Catholicism. So that's where I think the majority of that iconography, like this Catholic image, stemmed from. And then, I mean, I then detached myself for so long throughout like my teen years from Catholicism because I'm gay and like, oh, like it's so backwards for me, you know, indulging in religion when it's so homophobic, xenophobic, A, B, C, and the other, all this hypocrisy. And then I came back to it as a way of grounding myself in family, my friends, and a vehicle of reclaiming that as a queer Mexican American, that identity, and repurposing it for hopefully something more healing, a lot from the pain that that institution has caused. So yes. Any more questions? So I can talk and if anyone has questions. I mean, a majority of you even know like the painting's processes for a while, but yeah.
I'd love to just throw out there that who I don't know who is attending SFSU or who's, you know, knows Joey from other places, but if you apply for a Martin Wong show and it happens to be during the pandemic, like the Zoom opening that like
yes.
Joey created for himself, like it's totally available to all of you, and I will help in whatever.
Yes. I can help too. I mean, shoot, like if anyone just wants to reach out and like let me know, okay, like how did you know, set this up, like what, you know, this and that. I would love to be reached out to and help that out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're the next gallery director.
Oh no, I don't know. Oh, Andre. But yes, any else? Oh my God, so people.
Should we all like turn our volume on and like clap at like loud?
Hey. Proud of you, Joey.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Joey.
Yeah, Joey.
Joey.
So proud.
Thank you. I didn't cry that
Only
much as I was thinking.
23? I don't understand.
Oh, 23? Yeah. Oh, okay. So how does the recording work? So it's done. It's going to be done recording. Oh, my manager's here, Caesar. Oh, I'm gonna cry now. Watch. Bet. Sorry. So how does the recording work? So once it's done, will it just be like you can just enter a meeting ID and go to it? I don't know.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you because it's recording onto my iCloud, and I'll send it to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want. It's a Friday night. Come on, go do something or something besides my little thing. Oh, I love everyone. I'm so humbled by this experience. Elated. Word of the week. Word of the year. Yeah, such a beautiful space. And I'm really hot right now, like freaking sweating because I was so nervous. Anyway, all right. Do I end the call? Do you end the call? What do we do? What happens? Wait.
Either of us could.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can do it. Okay. I love everyone. Oh, thank you. Okay. Bye. Happy Friday. Thank you, Natasha.
Love you, Joey. Bye. Oh, he's already gone. Okay.